So I'm here with David from Dark Frame, and first of all, congratulations on your award.
Thank you very much. It's great to have an award for doing what we do.
Yeah, it was great to have you here. Can you give us a brief explanation, I know it's very technical, of what the business is all about?
Okay, so you have a telescope at the top, you have a tripod at the bottom, and in between is the most important part, the engine, if you like, which is a telescope mount. It's an equatorial mount that's computerized, and we take an existing low-end mount for, say, £1,000 and make it perform like something that's several times that cost. And we do it to a 10,000th of a degree's worth of accuracy. So to give you some idea, Jupiter is 38 arc seconds across, and we work to 100th of the width of the visual size of Jupiter with the naked eye.
And so in terms of, because you're taking a product and improving it, I mean, the cost-saving benefits for your customer must be massive then.
Oh, they're huge. You can take a £1,000 mount, you can make it perform up to 4 times better in terms of accuracy and reliability. We have mounts in 50 different countries now. We've produced more mounts than anyone else in the industry. And we can go back as far as 25 years with some of our mounts and make them perform like one that's almost as new.
And obviously you say precision is at the core of what you do. A lot of work goes into it. Can you give us perhaps a broad explanation of how it works, how you improve it?
So what we do is we take an existing mount, we literally disassemble it, clean it. We also do a lot of surface refinishing. So it's a lot of super finishing that goes down to micron level. So we also reprocess the existing worm gears, and by doing that, that lowers periodic error. That is essential to making sure that a mount can track really well unguided, and that's the core of what we do. Because we're able to do that, we can save a lot of time and money on parts. You're not scrapping a mount at the end of its life. You can refurbish it, and that should last you a lifetime if you look after it. And that's the whole point of doing what we do, is that this is quite an expensive hobby for a lot of people. And what you want is something that's completely reliable. So at night, you're not tearing your hair out trying to get things to track to take an amazing photograph of the night sky. You just have something that's reliable where you can go to sleep, you can go to bed, wake up in the morning and have a stack full of data. And we've been able to basically refine our build technology and the methodology that we use over a period of, just 9 years now that we've been going. It's now got to the stage where next year we're bringing out something called Stellar Drive X, which is our final version of tuning. Okay. That means every mount that we runs as precisely as it can.
And you're sort of, in a way, you're bypassing cycles of upgrades in a way, aren't you? You're taking them from 1 to 3 or 1 to 4.
Absolutely,
or...
yeah. I mean, you can start off with an entry-level mount for as little as £400. It costs about £300 for us to rebuild it.
And David, through the work that you do, you're going through cycles of upgrades. You're bypassing them, aren't you? Whereas other products, they go from one upgrade to the next to the next.
That's right.
You sort of jump them, don't you?
Well, you can take an entry-level mount, and that mount would normally, within a year or so, you'd probably end up upgrading. And you then keep upgrading every time you get a bigger telescope because the payload changes. What we've done is you can run maximum payload from an entry-level mount, and that means it'll last you several years. Then if you want to go to something bigger, you've got something that'll last you pretty much for as long as you want to do the hobby. So it can save you several £1,000s just by doing these upgrades.
And another really impressive thing about Dark Frame, just to touch on last, is that there's just 2 of you, but you're working with people across the world, customers across the world, aren't you?
It's 24/7, effectively. I mean, we're now exporting to 50+ countries worldwide, and been doing that since about 2018, and it's just getting bigger every year. So it's been pretty good and very challenging to do it ever faster and ever better.
Well, congratulations on your award, and thanks very much for speaking to us today.
Thank you very much. I've been enjoying it. Thank you.